And we are live.
We are live.
Hello.
What's up, fellas?
Hello, guys. I actually don't know what we are doing right now. I don't know if it's just a road trip vlog or just a random episode for Michel from Michel's new car. But we are on the way to Bangkok. Yeah, first time for me, many times for Michel.
Yeah, I will be your tour guide today, that's for sure.
Yeah, and by the way, I just spoke with Pim. She will be there tomorrow.
Oh wow, so it's actually a good thing that we booked like 2 nights, right?
Yeah.
So we just have to convince Scott, our dancing queen in high heels, that he stay probably a day longer.
Yeah.
Because he missed Pattaya already, right?
I know.
After a week in Bangkok, he say enough, everything is more expensive,
He,
you know.
he told you about the ladyboy he tried to take yesterday?
I just tell him, he asked me where in the Nana Plaza, like
Okay.
a complex where all the agogos are. So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said to me, okay, bro, now I'm in Nana Plaza. Where's the ladyboy agogo? And then I explained it to him. But funny, he went first in a normal agogo. And he asked the girl, yeah, how big is your cock? Or you have a cock or whatever. But he was in a normal agogo, right?
Yeah,
So
but because
she
he was
quite angry.
traumatized. You know why?
No.
The day before, he took a ladyboy that was finally hot enough for him,
Yeah.
and he was a post-op.
Oh,
So he
so
already,
sad.
yeah, so he already traumatized from that.
Oh, yeah, because they have, if you go upstairs, and they have like one agogo, and I think almost all of them have a pussy. All of them make the operation. It's like
Really?
crazy, yes, but they're looking really stunning. They're looking really like beautiful. They're looking really like a doll, right?
know-
They're so pretty. So for me, it's kind of upset, but it takes me also like a few nights to figure it out because everybody that I have sit next to me to invite for a drink. So of course, after a little bit small talk whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you're coming to the point, right? And yeah, then she tell me straight away, oh, I have pussy, but really proud. No? And I keep my face, but back in my head, I was thinking like, damn, why, baby? You would be the perfect package, even you have a small one because you're so sexy, right?
Yeah, but he got really traumatized from Bangkok. Like, he always tell me everything is so expensive. Yesterday, he finally find someone with a cock that he liked.
Because in this bar that I told him, he said like, now finally he found it, right?
Yeah.
And there, I think 90% everybody, it's same like you go to Toys R Us, where we talked last time with June, you know, there are also everyone, I think, have a cock, you know.
Okay.
So it's the same attitude, just they're a little bit more forcing about that they get the drinks.
Yeah. They are pushy.
Yeah, they're pushy.
But the prices that they asked, so she wanted 1,000 for a bar fine
Okay.
for 1 hour.
Oh, so for the short time.
Yeah, and 3,000 for 1 hour, and she tells him it's 1 hour from the time that we leave the go-go. Yeah,
Stop the time.
yeah,
Even the way to the hotel, we stopped it already.
fuck
Damn.
yeah. So he said fuck it, and
Yeah.
I think he's just jerking off like for the last week.
Well, for me, it's like we will figure it out tonight.
course.
How I doing it, but usually, so they close around 2 or 2:30. The other agogo check-in bar, so
Okay.
they have
So
open
this is
until
also
3.
Sokom 11.
No, it's in Sukhumvit 10, but everything is
Oh,
around.
okay.
You take a tuk-tuk or a normal motorbike taxi, and you'll be there in a few minutes.
Okay.
So it's I always take a tuk-tuk because we don't have a tuk-tuk in Pattaya, so it's kind of a must to do when you be in Bangkok because
Okay.
it's fun. And some of them they have
I've never been in
they have
tuk-tuk.
like a speaker and you can connect your own
Music?
Bluetooth, your own music, yeah, and then you party 5 minutes to the destination. You're coming already.
It's
in
an
the right
experience,
moment. Yeah,
right?
that's why I say always tuk-tuk. It's a little bit more pricey, but you can use it with 2 maximum 3 persons, so it's fun, right?
Okay.
On a motorbike, everybody sit alone,
Yeah,
cannot really talk, and there you have like, it's just fun.
yeah, it's just like taking the bad bus, but with your own music and
With your own
everything.
music, and in the bad bus, I don't know, they can maybe sit 10 people or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And there it's like really like, it's just your private ride.
Okay.
You don't have to
okay.
share it
Have
with
you made a
anyone.
video in a tuk-tuk before?
Yeah, always like when we are lucky and we have the one who have the speaker, so we always then connect and then make some short videos for social media.
I mean video.
no, how I can do that?
I don't know, you can rent a tuk-tuk.
No, this would be too obvious, bro. Too many people. Yeah, no. I mean, it would be a cool idea, but no, I would be like,
Yeah, you already gave up on the plots, I know.
I don't really give up, but I put them on ice. So, yeah.
So yeah, I'm extremely excited. I was. You told me we booked which hotel? Ambassador.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
directly in Sukhumvit 11, so it's actually nice. So when we park the car there, we check in, and we can do the first 2-3 bars. We can even a nice restaurant. We can walk to every location, every bar, every restaurant. Everything is just like around the hotel. That's why I love to stay there. The room is not special, but it's for 1,600 per night. It's like a basic Bangkok price. Of course, you can get it cheaper, but you also have to, if you travel with the car, not so many hotels have like a parking space.
Okay.
Yeah, they have their own garage, so it's like big space.
So you know how I always tell you I never been in Bangkok, right?
Yes.
So
you are the
it's not
virgin.
wait, it's not actually true. Let me explain.
Okay.
So in 2017 or 18, I went with my ex to Bangkok because we needed to get some papers for her.
Okay.
So we stayed there just one night, right? We didn't go out, nothing, and we had a huge fight at the night. It doesn't matter,
Oh.
but the experience was so shitty. So first I booked an hotel, right?
Yeah.
I thought, okay, just one night, we just book a cheap hotel.
Yeah.
We went there, so it's like a closet, no windows, right?
Yeah. It's already
No
like
toilet.
yours.
So it's a shared toilet or whatever. Then she say, and I
Oh, it was
understood her.
almost like a hostel shit.
Yeah, but I didn't knew that, right? Because the pictures they show it was a
Yeah.
scam. So then I say
Shit.
fuck it, and she
Okay.
didn't want to stay, and we moved to another hotel. I don't remember how much we paid, but it was a nicer hotel, much nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really. The only place we tried to go to was a club near the hotel because she wanted to drink late night because she's always liked to drink, and they didn't let me inside because I had like short pants and not long pants. So this time I already bought long pants just in case.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how they do it with the short pants, to be honest, because you know me, if I'm out,
You
I
al-
always have long
Yeah,
pants,
yeah.
right? So that's fine. But I know they
It's a
also.
German thing, you know. I think because most of the Germans I know in Pattaya
Yeah.
always wear long pants.
I don't know, it's just like, they drill us like this if you're going out. So
You have
the
to look
security,
respected.
you don't have to look nice. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. So you're implying that I look not nice when I wear.
no, but in the eyes of the security, you know what I mean? They're making and this is if you go past it, it's kind of a high soul rooftop bar in Sukhumvit 11.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last.
So when you go there with muscle shirt, because last time
Muscle short, you mean like
yeah,
tank top?
yeah, tank top.
Okay.
They also not let you in, and I think you have in many clubs you would have a problem. So they are really like a little bit like, okay, just keep the standard a little bit higher. You know what I mean? But here in Republic they're also doing it. They don't let you inside with the flip flops.
That makes sense. I never wear
with the tank top as well.
You know how they you know the white tank tops? What I mean? The regular like grandpa tank tops?
Yeah.
Do you know how they call them in English?
No.
You ever heard that phrase? Wife beater.
No.
It's called wife beater.
No,
But you understand the connection?
Yeah.
That's such a good
That's a
name.
funny thought.
Yeah.
Oh, there is the
And that's
ambulance.
police. Oh yeah, ambulance. But it's a funny name, right?
It is.
Immediately everyone gets the call. Oh yeah, because the guys that normally wear that, yeah, they are wife beaters. But I really like it. You
Yeah.
can actually
Whoever
sell-
come up with the idea, it's
they
like
sell it as a wife beater. So that's the if you Google wife beater, like you find
hilarious.
shops that sells wife beaters.
yeah,
So yeah, I like that.
yeah. It's really funny.
So we are going to be in Bangkok around, let's say, 7, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe before.
We need to have a quick pit stop because I need gasoline.
Okay.
I don't know you're hungry. They have like some spots where they have like all the fast food.
I think we are going to a restaurant later.
Yeah. It's just like if you be hungry and you cannot wait. So they have KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Subway. They have all of them in one place. It's actually pretty cool that they have it.
You are going to eat fast food?
No,
Or just the hash brown again?
no, I'm not go for it. I have already my cheating day this week.
Okay.
So yeah. And yesterday when I made my content, I felt already like a little bit how you say in Thai, pum pui.
Okay.
So yeah.
For the guys that don't know, pum pui mean fat or chubby.
Yeah, you fat. So I felt like, okay, we should have more diet, more walking. That's why I said to you before we met, I have to hit the gym. Yeah.
Yesterday, so 2 days ago, I met someone. You know her, but I will not name her on the podcast.
All right.
And after we came from the club, right? She went to my room, and I wanted
Talking about sons.
Yeah.
Sun Club.
After we went out from some club,
Yeah.
I told you I'm going to eat hummus, right?
Yeah.
I didn't go because I didn't want to.
You just want to get rid of
Yeah.
me.
No, what
No,
are
I'm
you-
joking.
Actually, I think hummus is something that you would eat.
Yeah. My friends
Fucking
always
healthy.
eat it, but I actually never tried it.
Really?
Yeah, but I eat like falafel and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because our mutual friend from Delirious, he never ate it before, and then he started loving it.
Yeah.
So every hummus.
Yeah, I think if you try it once,
Yeah.
so you're falling in love with it immediately.
So I didn't went for the hummus, and then I was on my way home. She sent me a message, and when we meet outside of my room, I said, well, I'm a little bit hungry, but everything was closed. So I say, fuck it, I will eat later. Right?
Okay.
I haven't ate for 32 hours.
Wow.
Because what happened that we slept, like from, let's say we went to sleep 6 in the morning, right? Woke up in the middle, whatever. Then again, went to sleep. We didn't have, like, we weren't hungry so much. Eventually, so this morning, 3 in the morning we went to eat.
What you guys was?
Where we went to eat?
Yeah.
There is a restaurant near, do you know Foodland?
Yeah.
So the opposite side of the road, there is a restaurant called Prajan Ban. So it's a Thai restaurant, but it's like a garden restaurant.
Ah, with the Pattaya outside and stuff like this.
The what?
With the Pattaya, with the noodles. So there is like one stand for noodles and
No.
another stand.
No. It's like a proper restaurant. You go inside, but there is a garden behind,
Okay.
and it's open 24 hours. Really nice food.
Wow.
We had like, I don't know, like 10 dishes. Everything was 900 baht. You know, it's cheap,
It's
good
super
quality
cheap.
Thai food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I made a mistake. So because I haven't ate for 32 hours, right? We went there, and I always order some tam, spicy some tam, and my stomach was empty. So I just immediately got the shits. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was not my best idea.
Not the best idea. That's
Yeah.
for sure. On an empty stomach, and
No,
if
no,
you
no,
eat it
no.
spicy,
I eat it extremely spicy.
yeah, that
Yeah.
means something in Thailand if you can manage that.
Yeah, people are proud of me here. Every time I go to really to a restaurant with Thai people, they
Yeah.
always like, I order this, and the waitress come, you sure you can eat spicy? And then they say, no, he can eat spicy, don't worry. And then they explain, because my ex is from Isan, right? From
Yeah.
Buriram, so I'm used to like her cooking.
Okay.
Oh, I was such a pussy about eating spicy before I met her. But she built up my tolerance, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I tried it before when I lived on Samui for the first 3 months, but then I coming to the point where I was on toilet, it was just like let it burn, and then I thought like, okay, this is definitely my limit. I should stop.
Yeah, but I don't mind when it burns. I mind when you can only take small portion out every time, and then after 20 minutes, oh fuck, I need to go again.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Fuck's sake. But it was, by the way, until now I cannot eat what she cooked for herself, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's still like
it's
maybe
too
you can.
spicy.
Just for example, you handle like 3 chilies, and
No,
she
I can handle
like
more than
6
that.
or whatever.
But I'm not joking. When she making some tam from half a papaya, like, I don't know, 10 centimeters big papaya,
Yeah.
maybe 15, she put 30 chilies.
This is-
You see more chilies than you see the papaya.
this-
Like,
this-
she's fucking crazy,
this
you know?
This is on a different level.
And it's kind of disgusting, because when she's eating, she all the time,
Yeah,
you know, it's too spicy for her also, but she fucking like it.
crazy.
Yeah, so
I
when she
think
makes,
there's no taste left. You just feel the burn.
yeah, but she
Right.
likes it.
Yeah.
She really likes it.
Yeah.
And
Did
when she
cook
used
it
to
by
cook for me,
herself?
yeah, always.
Yeah.
By the end of our relationship, I was the one that paid for the cooking, right? Because I thought it's better that I know what goes inside the food. I will not get
Before she
any.
tried to kill you.
Maybe that's also. But yeah, no, I cook better than her, I think, in my opinion. And she's a chef. But
Oh wow.
in your home, it's you don't make restaurant food. You make home
So
food.
she teach you how to cook?
The
Thai-
basics.
Oh, okay.
Only the basics, but the
So-
basics for Thai food is extremely
So at
easy.
least you take one nice thing out of the relationship, right?
Took many nights.
Yeah,
out
I
of
say
the
at
relation.
least.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
maybe there are more. So
There are plenty.
yeah.
But if we touch about the food again, so the basic for Thai food is only basically, I can say 2 ingredients or 3, depends what you are cooking. So it's chili,
That's for sure.
garlic,
Oh yeah.
and the pork powder that they put inside. That right now I forget the name. So it's like not MSG, but it's like pork powder,
Okay. Okay.
and they put it inside, and that's the basic for almost all the Thai dishes.
Yeah, I 100% agree on the chili part, on the garlic.
Yeah.
So that's why it's always like
Not chili powder, chili.
Yeah, chili and the garlic. No, for that's why it's like if you have a date or something after it, and then okay, you need at least a pack of chewing gum. If you have the time, the chance, brush your teeth as well. Yeah, because it's heavy food with garlic, but garlic is actually healthy, right?
It's extremely healthy, and I like actually the taste and the smell. Like I don't mind smell garlic out of other people. That's my opinion.
All right,
Yeah.
good for you.
I guess
to be on
we-
the safe side
yeah.
in Thailand.
But I must say that Thais have very good like mouth hygiene routines. Like I see they always like Listerine and brush their teeth all the time. Like Thais take really good care of that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think more than restaurants even.
Yeah, most of them.
And they smell good normally. That's something that I can say about Thais. They really
Yeah,
care about
have
how they smell.
yeah, but they also have like from naturally, right? That just smell.
Well, I can argue with that, and let me explain why.
Okay.
So naturally, yeah. Without, if we are not consider what they are eating. But for example, when my ex and I were together and we go to visit my mother, and my ex always eating pala and placeb and all this stuff. My mother couldn't stand her smell, her body smell.
Oh, really?
It was leaking out of her because she ate so much of it.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if she showered, brushed the teeth, everything. Like it was to a point that sometimes my mother told her, listen, stay out in the balcony. Really. I'm not joking.
So
Like,
lovely.
no, because my mother really sensitive to smells. She gets
Okay.
migraines easy.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, but my ex took it no problem. Like she said, she understand, and she even tried. Like if she knew we are going to visit my parents a certain week, so she will not eat for 1 week. Yeah, the pala and placeb.
Yeah.
By the way, for the guys that don't know, pala and placeb is basically the fermented fish. They take a fish, they ferment it, and then for a long time with salt, and then they use the juices in their food. It smells not good. Really, it smells
But
bad.
it's kind of a traditional food for the people, especially from Isan, right?
Yeah, but it's not food. It's actually it's kind of spices.
Yeah.
You add it to a food.
Like a paste.
Yeah, like a paste, but you add it to a food. It's not like a spread
Yeah.
you put on a bread or whatnot. But I came to really like it. Like when I go to restaurants, more, and they always laugh at that because
Not so many foreigners eat it.
no,
Yeah.
not many. Because the natural smell of it is smell of shit.
Mm.
Really shit. The natural smell. And when you added more spices and stuff to the placeb, then it tastes better. But it's one of my favorite foods. Like
Okay, I get that. This one and hummus.
this one and hummus. Yeah, a good hummus.
Okay. So what was happened with Scott last night? So he took a girl for this expensive package.
I will read the messages
Okay.
in order to make sure. So he wrote me this. Found some with cocks. You know what? No, wait. I'll start. I start before because it's even funnier.
But I thought he was kind of drunk last night already, so he had kind of level.
Yeah.
Because when he was texting me, so I saw already, so he made a few mistakes by texting, right? And then the way it was like always like really short, cut off. And I send him like even a picture that he can't miss it, like the picture of the entrance of Nana Plaza, and say
Okay.
to him, you have to pass the bar in the middle, and then it's in the right corner. So, and he still managed to go in the wrong bar, right? So I thought like, okay, fuck's sake,
Okay.
he should be like too drunk to even understand.
Yeah, but after
like
my last
picture
podcast,
descriptions,
after
right?
our last podcast, I'm not sure you know what's going on in Nana Plaza, because she said many of the bars got closed.
Yeah, but she said there's the one in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the message started that no, when he went to Cindy's in there, blah blah blah. Okay, bro, the only place to be is Pattaya. I say I agree. Then he said I wouldn't bother coming up here. Don't like the place. He's talking about Bangkok. Then I asked him why, brother. He said just so pushy and expensive. I'm not seeing any really good-looking ladyboys either. I'm probably just going to come back. Right. So I found, and then he sent me like after 5 hours. Right. So I found the best-looking ladyboys, and I picked the one that doesn't have a cock. Fuck you, Scott. You see? Then he say, then the day next, he sent to me, found some with cocks after, but very expensive. I say, how expensive? And then he said, 1,000 pound fine, 3,000 for 1 hour.
That's crazy.
But he say, I didn't took her back. So I think he just was asking, like, for pricing and whatnot.
Yeah. So he was horny and want to, and then when he hear the price, he's like, okay, fuck's sake.
Yeah, this is what I told
But
you.
the thing is, like basically after everything closed, so Bangkok not go quiet. So after 2 a.m., 3 a.m., so everything is happening on the street.
Okay.
So if it's happening on the street, bar fine is gone. So you get them from the street. So you have the street price.
So
yeah?
it's like the beach road in Pattaya?
Yeah, something like this, but there are more than one road where they're walking around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and then all the beautiful girls are there, and there are also like a lot of freelancers. So not the ones out of the go-go's, everybody go there. They're just like freelancers being there the whole time on the street
Okay.
when it starts getting late. And this is actually where you
Find your targets.
where you find them for decent prices. They're actually not so different between the prices from Pattaya, right? But
Okay.
you have to know, like, okay, not go in Pattaya. We go more to spots that we know, right? So that's
Yeah.
like he's a little bit like lost. So he have to figure it out. There's a lot of going on in Bangkok just by walking down the streets. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, for example, the Soy Banana Plaza is. When you go down, you see everything. You see a black woman. You see now. I was like, that was a new thing. I never saw it. You see like Arab woman. They even wear the how you saw it when they
The hijab.
yes the entire thing.
The
So I said,
burqa. Yes.
yeah, the burqa. So I was like in shock. I said like, wow, okay. And if you
And they are like standing and
yeah, the freelancers. So how like it's not really makes sense with the religion if you're wearing it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but okay. I just saw like how everything changed in Bangkok quickly.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I know there used to be. Actually, I haven't heard about it for a while, but like a real beef between the Filipino ladyboys and the
Yeah.
Thai ladyboys, and it's like became like a real brawl between the two groups.
I know even what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we have an insider information.
Yeah, of course, because I had like a lot of models from the Philippines, so
Yeah.
I really deep connected with them as well.
Okay.
And they know each other like almost same like the Thais, and the ladyboys from Laos is like one community, and almost all the ladyboys who come from the Philippines here, they know each other as well,
Okay.
right? And the problem was the hotel where they was staying, yeah. So that was kind of the road, and this is also like a really busy road where a lot of freelancers stay, as I explained before,
Okay.
at the nighttime and looking for customers. So, and then it's kind of like, okay, this is my area, you know what I mean? So, and then there was like 3 or 4 Filipinos standing there, and then come a Thai or 2 Thai lady boys and tell them, yo, this is our spot.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Filipinos was before like they outnumbers the Thais, right? So there was maybe 4 or 5, and there was
Okay.
only 2 lady boys from Thailand. So and then the Filipinos have a really big mouth, yeah, and say like, yeah, we don't care, now we are here, yeah, something
Okay.
like that. And of course the Thais go back just around the corner, both of them like calling, like everybody they know.
Yeah.
And this is why it was like a big brawl, because they call like literally everyone they know, just to show like, okay, this is still our country, you know what I mean? Just to show the power and put them in place. And that was like the result of it was like the crazy video what you saw, like many people oh my god.
And
it
when
was
they brought them out from the hotel, everyone punched them.
punching, it was like, oh my god, I don't even know they will survive. You know, I felt bad, and I feel also bad for the community, because this is exactly the light where everyone want to push them, and that's the reason why they have difficulties to come in the clubs, because they say like everyone from you is like that.
Yeah,
You
and
know
they're
what I mean?
aggressive more.
Yes.
Which is,
If you are drunk, you're looking for fight and whatsoever. I wouldn't say it's like
yeah,
that.
but the Thais are very proud.
Yeah.
It's very easy
But
to
in
hurt
general, right?
Yeah, the Thais in general. Very easy to hurt their pride. That's why you have so many videos of, and most of the case it's the Farang fault, that the stupid Farang acting disrespectful towards a random Thai.
Yeah.
And then of course they enjoy, they're all jumping in.
Yeah. And then you have like big problems. But you
Yeah.
see now many fights. You saw a couple of days ago, we was even out, but we not went to the mist, where they fight in the front of the mist.
Yesterday she showed me, the one that stayed in my room showed me the video. So it was 2 ladies and then 2 men.
Yeah,
Also.
the men joined later. First they wanted to just separate them,
Yeah.
and then somehow they fight each other. I think like, oh my god.
I saw that video. It was
Yeah,
crazy, and it was already morning time. So what the fuck are you doing? Just go home.
And one day before, I was at the mist.
Yeah,
Remember?
I remember.
So it was like when I was, and it was exactly there where the barbecue scene.
You are not a fighter. You are a lover. You will never go into such a thing.
No, but maybe I would like to separate them, but they try already to separate
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean? I was crazy, man.
But it's happening all the time.
Yeah.
Like you always get videos like that, but the
Yeah.
problem is that it's such a small percentage that what is really happening. But the social media, like, put the light on it.
Yes. So if you're seeing it, you have the feeling, oh my god, there are literally a fight going on
Everywhere,
multiple
yeah,
times per night. You know what I mean?
Bullshit.
Yeah, but it's not like that. Same like most of the fights, what you see is in the Bangla Road in Phuket. So now back in my head, it's
Pattaya
like,
also.
yeah, but now in back in my head, I think already like, oh wow, is Phuket really changed it really that much? And then I see what even all the videos and the social media have an influence of my thoughts about it. And I've been
Okay.
multiple times in Phuket, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's impossible that it just changed, because the tourism are basically the same, you know? So I just think like, okay, maybe it's a little bit more than before, but I'm pretty confident that if you go to Phuket and you accept that you pay a little bit more than everywhere else in Thailand.
It's about 20-30% more expensive.
Yeah, and parties is a little bit more. It can go really crazy to European prices, like ballots in the club about 6,500, 7,000.
Really?
Yeah, in addition, it's like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and they do it like this. So if you be in the VIP, so you want to join the VIP, of course you have to buy the buckle. And then you see all the Thai girls there, the groups, like 4 or 5 Thai girls, good looking by the way.
Okay.
They're joining the table, and everyone have a bottle of Absolute vodka there, right? And then when the waitress come and give you the menu, you see Absolute there, and Absolute start for 4,500, and then they say to you all the time, oh, it's sold out.
Fuck's sake.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
know they have it from the management say it. So just say this is the cheap drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the Thai girls? Of course, if you have a group of women, they attract the men, right? So the concept is like
They
they
try
are
to
allowed.
oversell you.
Yeah. The girls are allowed to get the cheapest beverage what is available, right? And you have to start with the vodka, and it costs you like Yeah, 6,500, 7,000, if I remember correctly.
Fuck's sake.
And you know how it is. So the first round mixer is included, and then you need more. So you
Yeah.
end up spending in that night in the club easy like 8.5 to 9, and you still don't have anyone around you. Hopefully you share it with friends. So then it's like still, if you're sharing it, of course, it's a better deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why it's more like European prices. So if I remember, there was clubs back then when I lived in Germany and I went out. There was some clubs. There was not special, but you pay like the same.
200 euro,
yeah,
150 euro.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No, it's too expensive.
yeah,
This is why again, and this is one of the reasons that Scots keep complaining. Pattaya is so much cheaper.
if you get used to it, to live in Pattaya for that
Yeah.
long, and especially the places we're going around Solbokau, the bars are cheaper than all the clubs, bars around the walking street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even
So
the
and
clubs
and if you're comparing it, then and you come here, yeah, it is. But I think you will still have a good time tonight because I will do my regular night, and you
Okay.
just guys follow me because I think I always have like so much fun, and we have the same taste. So it's impossible that we will all be miserable tonight.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm sure we are going to enjoy ourselves. I just
Yes.
hope that we can lift Scott, like lift him up, you know.
That's for sure.
And what about Greg? Have you spoken with him?
No, since he, oh, he's still here, right?
He's
still
in Pattaya. In Bangkok.
Oh, he's still in Bangkok. Yeah, I almost forgot about it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
he stayed there like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to contact him then. I thought he's already in a different country.
Yeah, he's supposed to go Malaysia soon.
Yeah.
But from what I've been told, last time I saw him, he went to Bangkok for 2 or 3 weeks. I don't remember the. And he's still supposed to be there because him him and Scott, they were talking about meeting each other. So yeah, I think we will meet him also.
Yeah. That will be fun. Wow, the whole gang is then together.
Yeah.
Wow, reunion. Sounds
Reunion.
like
I
fun.
just hope it will not be an extra reunion with people outside. You know what I mean. And as I said, Pip coming tomorrow, so
Wow.
she will go with us.
That's
also.
cool. That's cool.
And when I spoke with her, she sound like bummed out because I think she and the guy like had issues. Maybe they even broke up.
Yeah, but it's like happened when they stay too much together and they have like a long distance relationship. So it's
Yeah.
like some couples they're struggling then and figure it out that one time camming before what they're doing. It's like different if you compare it to staying together 24 hours per day, right? So
Of
it's like a
course.
different challenge.
Of course.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
That's why I think some of the people in regular, so it doesn't matter who, they have really some issues with relationships because they get used to it to have long distance relationship with people who are just tourists in Thailand and
You
living.
mean the ties?
Yeah, the Thais.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they really have like the problem to adopt in their fantasy. They think like, oh yeah, I want a boyfriend. It would be so nice. And then they realize, oh my God, now
I really
my
have to
freedom,
stay-
my
yeah,
freedom
yeah.
is not there. I'm not even so flexible. You know, they're just thinking about the nice things.
Yeah, and the Farangs also coming hot. They just want to fuck all the time. They want
Yeah,
to,
they're coming hot. Yes.
it's also a problem.
Oh, also from the other side, so the Falang coming so hot, and then they might change a little bit their perspective because they see, oh my God, here are so many
Options.
beautiful
Yeah.
ladies. You know what I mean? So they think like, oh wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I want to stick with this person anymore. Like
many,
okay. Yeah,
many,
they change
many
their
of
mind.
them do
Yeah.
that. I know it for a fact.
Yeah. It's kind of then disappointed. It can go this way or the other way. So that's why I say if you have a long distance relationship and then you spend some time together, it's always like it's not the same. So then you really know what is the relationship about. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
This is why with my ex, it was very important to me to say, listen, when you're in Thailand, you're in Thailand. I don't want to know, I don't want to kill. But our goal is to bring you to my country as fast as possible. And when she came to my country, then it's just a regular relationship. So we both have to, you know, adjust to each other.
Yeah.
It takes time, but
make it
eventually
work,
it
yeah.
was perfect. So I think that's the goal.
And now she enjoying like Israel more than Thailand.
No, she fucking hates Israel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
She don't like the food. She don't like the culture. There was a war going on right now, so
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not. But she got used to it fast. Like to every time we have like rockets and missiles,
Why is she not come back?
she's working, and she's making good money over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's making a lot of money. She's a chef.
So she basically, her plan is like working there
As much as
for
as
years
much as
X,
she can. Yeah.
and then go back retired more or less in Thailand. Maybe open their own restaurant here, but she know there's no pressure on it because she have the money in the bank. Kind of.
Something like that, yeah, but the money is a bit problematic for her because even though she's making a lot of money,
Mm.
her family is
Okay. Pushy.
very.
Okay.
So I don't
Pushy
know
for
how
the
much.
support.
Yeah, I don't know how much she really got, but I wish her the best.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I haven't like we still talk sometimes on the phone and whatnot, so I'm not worried about her. I know she's okay and she's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, she can be still like thankful because you are the reason
Oh,
why
she's fucking hates me.
she are able to be there and allowed to make more money than here. You know.
Yeah, but in her mind it's different
Yeah,
because
of course they have a high temperature, right? If they're so if they're like angry of you, if there was a breakup, obviously, so it's like for them it's hard to stay to see the good things. Even you can be still respectful to each other because you share a nice time together.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be together in the first place.
you're right.
Yeah, so
But
But
the
some
end
people
of
are
the
too
relationship,
emotional, right?
yeah, she's a,
they're not too matured. Also,
it's not that. It's
Also
because,
matured, maybe.
as I told before, and this is something known in the podcast. My ex Sunari, she still have an alcohol problem, a very severe alcohol problem, and sometimes when you are an alcoholic, it can affect the way that your brain is working, and she became really paranoid.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So then it's really significant alcohol.
Like, extremely
Even
significant.
small, like,
Yeah, so at the end was like all the bad things in the world that happening right now. Somehow it's my fault, right? And it's got really like there is no logic behind it, behind the thing that she said. So I just gave up eventually.
yeah, you not take it for granted. You just say like, okay.
I tried my best for so long.
Yeah, but it's
And
kind
I'm-
of toxic to if you even try to waste the time to understand it. It's such a nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you love someone, you
Yeah,
want
of
them
course,
to
of
be
course, of
well.
course. Yeah.
Not only to stay with them, you want them like, especially when you see them go down, like
Yeah.
go to a bad situation or whatnot. You want them to be able to raise up again.
Yeah,
you know,
to
you
be
want to
back
help
to
them.
normal, of course, I understand.
But that's the situation,
Okay.
and I got used to it.
Yeah, I think for you it's good that you're not living in Israel close by, that you be far apart.
Oh, if I
than
was
to
in
be here in
Israel,
Thailand.
she would stop me already. I'm serious. She would stop me already.
Yeah.
She still sends me messages sometimes that, wait, one day I see you. I'm not joking. I say, what do you mean? She say, I mean nothing. Up to you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she is. But
Oh my god.
I still love her and I still wish her the best. So. But you know what? I also enjoy being a free spirit right now, right?
Yeah.
Being single, especially in a city like Pattaya, it's amazing.
Telling it to the right guy,
Yeah.
right? So being a free spirit have a lot of good things in common. Just think about our trip. Spontaneously we say, oh okay, Scott is there. Okay, why not?
Yeah.
You've never been there. So
Let's explore.
okay, yeah. Make it happen.
Yeah, it's
If you have a partner, so it's more like
Everything
it's
has
more
to be
like a
planned.
man road trip anyway, right? So if you meet Greg and Scott, You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So and then if you have a
And even
girlfriend,
Pim, it's still a man road trip.
she join us tomorrow, right? So it's a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah, she will.
No,
she'll be
but
fun.
no, but it's like you know, if you have a partner, you have to explain and then ask, and sometimes they are too jealous
Or
or
they
they're
want
too,
to come
too
also.
flinchy, you know, they
Yeah.
want to join, you know. It's like, yeah, you never know. So with a partner, everything is more complicated, right?
It
I
is.
mean, if you have a cool partner, it could be also like really nice, and it's not everything bad. But as you say, being the free spirit, especially in Thailand,
Yeah.
I think there are more workplaces where you can
And
basically.
I tell always to my friends back home, and even not back home, like people that I know from around the world, that I don't understand when people get divorced
Yeah.
and yeah, they have the kids and whatever, they need to still support them, but like make yourself happy. Fucking come to Thailand, even for 3 months. Enjoy yourself. Get the feeling of being single again.
Yeah, and
It will do mentally. It will do so much good for you guys. Really, it's
yeah,
crazy.
and when you be in a divorce or really sad breakup,
Yeah.
so you're broken heart and your self confidence is really like on the bottom, you know what
Yeah,
I
and
mean?
you are
So
overthinking
you,
also.
you be down, maybe even close to be depressive and whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I always say if you go here in the roads, like walking streets, Cow, you feel like you be Justin Bieber. Everyone is a handsome
Justin
man, you know
Bieber.
what I mean? Everybody is handsome. Okay, maybe not Justin Bieber nowadays.
the old
The old
Yeah,
Justin,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? But you hear everywhere like handsome man. When I hear it the first time, I feel so wow. I was thinking like wow, I never get this compliment. And then I just hear it like a few meters behind me again. So I turn around and I see a guy like really out of shape. You have to say it in a lovely way. And I thought like, damn, they just say it randomly
Of
to
course,
everyone.
of
Yeah,
course.
but if you get the first time, you don't really get it right. Yeah, and it's like okay, but I still feel good when they're saying it, right?
I want to comment something. So we are here right now, and this is the most depressing place in Thailand because every time I go
I
back,
love it.
wait, every time I go back to my country,
Yeah.
on the way we stop here with the taxi for gasoline or eat something, and then I know okay, I'm going back soon. Going back soon.
That's why.
Yeah, so
I
it's
love
fucking-
it because it have everything if you're hungry, you know,
Yeah,
and if you're
but
starving.
for me, like it always, when I'm here, I think, oh, in few
Okay.
hours I'm going to be home, and all the experience is finished, you know.
I'm thankful I'm living too long here, so I forget about this feeling. Yeah.
How long you haven't been outside of Thailand?
The last time I went to the Philippines, this is
No, I mean back home.
back home. Oh, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you go for how long normally?
Maximum 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, the second lesson.
Okay.
Because then I already get like mentally like I just miss my home, you know what I mean? And it's just like everything is so I don't know. It's not fun there, you know.
It used to be fun.
When I was young, teenager, and between like 16 and 25, it was fun because I had like a cool group of people, and we're always going out, putting the money together, and it was still okay. Because back then there was still like a cool nightlife,
Okay.
and then after it, in the city where I'm from, like one club closed after the other one because the society just changed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was like when I hear that, so I say like, oh, you make the right move to the right time.
I think you
Because
did. Yeah.
Here the club's not closed; they're open, and then open another one.
Yeah, but it's not only about the clubs.
Now,
It's
then,
about
of course, the entire vibe.
it's the whole package that you get here. You know, I used to work with someone, of course I will not name her, but she got divorced and she used to be such a strict person before that. And when she got divorced, she really connected to her inner child again, and everything was like new experience for her.
Almost like a reborn new person.
Yeah, but actually like a child, you know, when you take a child to first time see something or first time see singer or he walk in the street and he sees something that he's excited. This is the way she was. And now why I tell that, because I go back to Pattaya. We call it the adult playground, right?
Yeah, Disneyland for the adults.
But the reason is because people actually going back to their childhood when they are here. Like everything is new. everything is exciting.
Everything is positive.
Yeah,
good
almost
feeling,
or
good
everything.
spirit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's so great, and you see people here that are at, you know, at their 60s, even more, sometimes even less, and they are acting like fucking teenagers, and it's
Yeah.
amazing to see that.
Yeah,
They
it
don't
is.
look like teenagers anymore, but they act
The
like that.
opposite. Grandfather of punk.
Yeah, but they act like that, and it's so, you know what, it gives me hope.
When you get old.
Not only when I get old, that I know that there is option for people in the world to say fuck it,
Yeah.
I just want to be a child again.
Yeah. And
Yeah, we are going
Pattaya is
philosophy now, but
yeah, we're going from food to party to philosophy, but yeah, it is. I see it with my dad. You know, he's now 75,
yeah,
and he's just like living the best life. He's so positive, you know, and I'm just happy to seeing that, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I think to accomplish that in the year of 75 or around that age, I don't know many places where that could be happening. Maybe in the Philippines, yes, I think there is a possibility.
yeah, but for
But
sure
the
not back home.
Yeah, this kind of spirit what you get here, if you find the right partner or you don't want to find the right partner and you just want, as we explained it before, a free spirit.
Yeah,
That's why we're living here.
yeah, but
If I would consider there is a better choice than Thailand,
we talked about it actually.
That's-
We actually spoke about a better choice than Thailand for the future.
you
If
mean
you
South
remember.
America?
Yeah,
Yeah,
some places in South America.
yeah. But this is also like work-wise, you know what I mean?
For you,
it's like
work-wise,
the
yeah.
Latinas,
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
want to get those big cocks again.
and the big asses, you know. It's not only about the cocks, but of course they're playing at least 50% of the deal.
Yeah. But I think it's like, yeah, there are many places in the world, but I think none of them are safe like here. I mean, the adult playgrounds in the world, because I can name few. So we have Philippines,
Yeah.
right? We have Bali, which is a small playground, but still, I never been there, but I spoke with many Australians, so
Yeah.
I heard about it. You have certain parts of Colombia, certain parts of Brazil, and
I would
Japan
say-
also.
You could also name like Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. This is a little bit, but they still have like places.
Yeah, but it's
Cambodia,
it's
like
very,
Phnom Penh, you know.
yeah, but it's very limited to like few streets or few areas.
It's
not
not
like-
you cannot really compare.
Like
it.
in Colombia, you have fucking big cities that are everything around that.
Yeah, you have more options. Same like here, right? So we have Bangkok, we have Samui, we have Pattaya,
Hua Hin,
Hua Hin,
And the islands,
Phangan,
yeah.
So you have more options, and there you have also, I don't know, I think 3 or 4 cities where something going on. And if you're talking about the Philippines, so you have Cebu, you have Manila, you have Boracay.
Angeles.
Yeah,
Angeles is shit, right?
yeah,
Sorry for the guys that do like Angeles, but fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
small street.
yeah, and they call it walking street,
Yeah.
so that's why some people compare it
It's
with
bullshit.
Pattaya. Oh yeah, it's a little bit like some
But
Pattaya.
as I said, nothing is safe like Thailand.
Yeah, I not feel safe in Angeles. It was the first time I was traveling, and you can really feel how poor everyone is around. That then you
Yeah,
then
many
you,
beggars and
when you left that particular small road and you just go side by side. The first thing what they say to me when I check in the hotel, please be careful about your phone. Yesterday, just a Chinese customer was robbed on the street, so he just was called and someone
just
grabbed it
snatch
out of
it.
his
Yeah.
snatch it out of his hand. So I felt like, oh, okay, this is a nice intro. I feel already welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you heard the whole stories from Mexico and Colombia of people being kidnapped and asked for ransom. Like, it can be really dangerous, and here there is nothing like that.
No.
Yeah, there are balls sometimes if you are stupid, but that's it. The only thing that is actually dangerous in Thailand is the roads.
Some of them.
No, I
But
mean,
me as a driver, I feel actually like safe on it.
yeah, but when you're taking motorbike taxis or something like that, you know, people you hear all the time, especially you remember in Songkran times, like how many people die every year in Songkran because of the accidents.
Hello, Swadikap. You want me to go there? I need 95.
95นี่
Okay. Wait, I have to push parking. Full นะครับ
How much? Full. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So for
open.
Yeah, you have to press it. It's open
Push.
already.
So for the people that doesn't know, we are right now in gas station.
Yeah, we need
It's really cool.
gasoline.
We need gasoline, and it's like full service here. It's amazing. So
Oh yeah, in Germany you have to do it by yourself, right?
Yeah,
With your
in
lazy
Israel
ass,
also.
you have to stand up and have to pump gas. Yeah, I
No,
almost
and the
forget about
gasoline is so cheaper here. I don't know how much is in Germany, but
it. Oh yeah.
in Israel it's almost triple the price.
Yeah, it's like $1 now, right?
I think
Something
less
like
than
this.
$1, I think.
Yeah, around. Yeah, if you take like 95, it's like the better, like the
Yeah,
Super Plus, right?
We don't have anything else in Israel, just 95 and 98.
Oh,
So
okay.
gasoline and diesel.
Okay.
Yeah, we have another thing which is 90, I think called 99. This is for the sport cars.
No, I think now in Germany it's euro, right? So euro is like, I don't know if I remember, but it's almost
euro
close
is-
to €3 now.
€3 for 1 liter.
Yeah, for one,
Yeah.
close to it.
It's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And I thought after the war that just maybe ended, the prices will go down again, but it's not.
No. No, they make it even more difficult in Germany, right? Because about the Ukraine and Russian war.
Yeah.
So usually the Germans get it from Russia over the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then now they get nothing, so they have to take it from the other side. Yeah. Of course it costs more then.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, that's why we're living
But
in the right place.
we don't have those boys here.
No.
Just come over here.
Yeah.
I'm
Have
not-
a drink.
Yeah.
Have a drink with us.
Yeah, have a drink with us, meet us, enjoy. And
Yeah.
even if you think we are like a
Weirdos.
bunch of weirdos, you can just
We
hang
are
out.
weirdos.
We are,
Yeah.
kind of. But you can hang out with yourself, just find your own group, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I know you never heard about them, but I'm really friendly with another podcast
Okay.
that they are very successful right now. It's called Pattaya Down Under.
Okay.
So
Cool
we,
name.
yeah. You guess where they are from, right?
Yeah.
So they are
Australia.
two Australian guys, extremely nice. Their name is Ada and Stevo. And like whenever they are here, they are doing meetups.
Scan mate.
That's a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, free water, everything is service.
So we even got 3 bottles of water.
เท่าไหร่ไหม1,600ครับผม Wow, so cheap.
Yeah.
For 40 liters.
It is.
That's crazy. My old car did more gas for me. And it was empty. So it is like the maximum. It's already like the expensive. Like 40 liters, right? Wow, then it was really empty. Thank you.
And continue here. So those guys, when they come to Thailand, they come I think 2 times a year. They are doing meetups with their fans.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. And they are normally they're
How long they're doing it that they have already like meet up with the friends?
they are doing it for about 3 years now. I think. 2.5 years, something like that.
22
Yeah.
kilometers.
But
Cool.
normally their style is a bit different because they are doing most of their content is they're getting emails and stories from listeners. They just read them out loud. Most of it, not all of it.
Okay.
But when they are in Thailand, so they are doing more stuff like they are giving reviews for places or going to bars. And if I remember correctly, so their main bars, like their home bars, that we have our own home bars.
yeah.
So for them is Matador and
Okay.
Billabong. So Billabong in LK Metro.
Yeah,
And
Billabong I know,
Matador.
where's Matador?
Matador is just outside of LK Metro. It's the big. It's have a band outside.
Yeah.
So
they had a different name. They make a techno club before, and then they changed it, right?
Yeah. So the owner there is a lady boy, as far as I remember.
Okay.
She owns it, and she used to own 2 more bars. I don't remember the whole story, but now she has this bar. So they always do meetups, and they go like, you know, bulk call and stuff like that. But they're not charging money for that. Like some other assholes, which I will not name, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, so they are nice guys, and
Okay. So they're making videos or only audio?
they're making videos of themselves just sitting like on one table. But when they're outside, right? So they're filming like when they're, let's say, in Pattaya, or I remember they used to do a road. They did one time a road trip from Bangkok to another place. I forget the name, but where is the river of Kwai? I think it's called Kanchanaburi. And from Kanchanaburi to Pattaya. So they're explaining, but they do have videos on YouTube. But on the other like places like Spotify and Apple, it's just audio. So that's very similar.
You can show the people. You come closer to Bangkok, that's why it's raining.
Yeah, we are very closer, and it's getting darker.
Yeah.
All the smog in the air from that dirty city.
Yeah. But we are more lucky in Pattaya if it's like raining, so maximum maybe like an hour or something.
Yeah.
But in Bangkok, if you are really unlucky, you could have like half day or something. It's stuck longer in the city.
Yeah, but as you said, you have tuk-tuk. You just go inside, and it's like have a roof. You can still travel.
You still can travel, yeah.
In Pattaya, you are fucked when there is rain and you don't have your own vehicle.
Yeah.
Because all the motorbike taxis.
You can only buy in 7-Eleven your rain jacket, your condom to take
Yeah.
it over you, and then you still can travel. But yeah,
And most of the bars are open bars also, so
yeah, it's a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of good if it's like raining, just like for 50 minutes, 20 minutes.
But
And you know Pattaya, if it starts raining, so everybody say like, oh, I cannot go out because it's raining. So the bars and everything is it's empty when it's
Yes.
raining. So nobody is really like into it because everybody knows, so it will not last forever anyway. But right now it's raining, so I will stay home.
I will wait until.
Yeah.
But some bars really like it because, like, let's say it started raining at 1 a.m.
Mm.
Now they have like captive customers. The customers will not go anywhere.
Yeah.
So they will spend more money. They will stay there for longer. So the rent can be also a benefit. It depends where you go for, what you go for. Yeah. You know, when I just reached Thailand this time, there was one place that just opened. It's called Tasmania Bar.
Okay.
It's on Soy Linking. So I went there, had one drink, because I waited. I don't even remember for what I waited, but I had to wait like 30 minutes over there. And I spoke with the owner, and he just opened the place. So it have like 5 rooms upstairs that he renovated. The bar itself, really nice bar.
So it's like a townhouse. That you
It's a townhouse, yeah.
Okay.
1 unit townhouse. But he made it look extremely, extremely nice.
Okay.
And I been there the day before the grand opening, right? The first time.
Mhm.
And the guy was so positive. He did it with his wife and whatever. I don't remember his name. Sorry if you are listening. Yeah, I do remember you. I just don't remember your name. And I went there like a month later.
I was close.
Not yet, but no girls, nothing. I said, what's going on? He said, we cannot get girls.
Wow.
I say, where are you trying? He say, agencies. He say, you have to find freelancer, like give them some incentive.
Thai friendly.
Yeah, incentive to come. Like tell them, okay, if you reach some goals or whatnot, there are many ways to like make freelancer come stay at your bar.
We know it from June now.
Yeah.
So they be on a salary like at 10,000 or something, right?
Yeah.
Or they are freelancers.
Yeah.
So you have this kind of options.
Yeah, but you still give, even to the freelancer, you have to give them some incentive to stay, right?
Yeah.
Because then they just come and go. So for example, in
Just
our
standing at bottle.
in our mutual friend bar,
Yeah.
they give extra money for the lady drinks, but you have days off. And if you not pay your bar fine on the day that it's not day off, you lose all your points for that month. So there are ways to keep the freelancer coming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he couldn't get it. And I went there like 2 weeks ago, and it's for sale. And he invested so much money, and I talked with him. I say like, what's
That's
going
why I
on?
say when you say about the name of the bar, Tasmania or something.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, I never know it. So it must not exist anymore.
No, the sign is still there. You barely go to Soilinki anyway. When last time you've been there? There is nothing on Soilinki.
So I just passed by.
Yeah.
But it's just
The
a place.
location is also problematic. So
Yeah.
for the people that don't know, Soilinki is actually a soy that go out from Soy Bukau, really close to Soy Pothole.
Yes.
And the next one, and it's like in front of Soy Diana, which is also a very popular soy. But for some reason, Soilinki is not doing well. Like there are bars there, there are restaurants there, which are great. Our friend that was in the podcast, he
have a
own-
steakhouse,
Yeah,
right?
he own Flame, right?
Yeah.
So it's great for that.
Yeah.
But the bars are doing shit. And
Because then you not have so many people like literally walking there, right? So if you see Soy Pothole, for example, right? It's just one street next to it.
yes,
But you have so many people, they're always walking
I
there.
think the reason
so
is
it's
the
like,
way
because you have bars
that
on the
it's
left, on the
built.
right side.
the way that the soy built. So Soilinki very special about how it built. So in one side you have the big hotels,
Yeah.
right?
But you have only the bars on the left.
Left
but you
side.
have also so many because you have so many restaurants
Yeah.
there, right?
And he also, the Tasmania was on the right side.
Yeah.
So in the hotel side.
Oh.
So
Okay.
normally people don't walk there and it's kind of a busy road, right?
Yeah.
Because if no one want
Of
to
the
go,
traffic.
yeah, because no one want to drive through Soy Pothole because of the potholes, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's high traffic. It's a big road, bigger than any of the other soys. And this is the reason
Yeah.
it's not doing well. So the location is still, as we spoke before, is a great location because it's Soy Bokau area. But some streets are just not good.
No. If I would have like the chance and the money, like now it's for sale, I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah. And he sells it for nothing. I know how much he invested there.
It's really difficult to put the people there.
Yeah. But
It's not easy.
but I wonder like
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're looking for there's any secret is in Pattaya. I mean, if you have your known name and you have enough ladyboys there working, but he make a normal lady bar for it,
Yeah.
right? How much he want
what do you mean?
for his place? You know?
1.2 or 1.1 with the rooms and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that
And he
bad?
invested just that for the renovation.
Yeah, if you say it's so nice.
And the rooms are extremely nice. Everything is new. He
I-
even changed the water pipes.
I think if he would change the concept and he would make like a ladyboy bar, it could have a much more better chance. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think you might be right. You might be right, but still the location is not great for bars. And
Yeah, but
even if
it just takes them time, but if you have the right girls working for you. But for example, I don't know, like if you're looking like for girls working for you, agency wise,
yeah,
I never hear that. You know what I mean? And I think if you open a bar, you need to have a clue. Because the bar just running good or shit, it's everything depends on the ladies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but-
And if you open a bar and you not have any connection, you not have a girlfriend, you not have a wife, you not have like a big
he opened
group,
with his wife.
then the wife should be connected wherever she comes from, and bring the ladies over there. This is how it works usually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you be like so long, like in Pattaya, you be around that you know so many people that you be connected with, and they are willing to work for you. If you have already like 3-4 girls, if it's running good, all of them have friends. And if you ask them out, do you have any friends? Of course, if they're making good money, they will bring the friends as well.
Of course.
So then you get the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
understand.
not open a bar just with your wife and you don't have a clue.
So first of all, he thought that this bar will be for the Australian guys, right?
Okay.
Australian and New Zealand guys.
Yeah.
But there are so many, and the room prices are not as attractive as you would think like a regular townhouse would be, right? Normally it's extremely cheap,
Yeah.
and because of the renovation he was charging a bit more. But I still wonder, let's say he had the girls, you have to have, you remember I even talked about it with you and with Guillaume, that you have to separate yourself from all the other bars. What's special about your bar? Why should I come there?
Yeah. You need to find like the concept that it works. I mean, he had the idea. He saw like, okay, doing it with the people from Australia. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Go on that. Have an Australian flag, whatever. You don't know. Make it like this way. So that's why Tasmania or
Tasmania.
yeah. So the name makes completely sense then. But yeah, if you don't have like a bunch of guys they're living there, you know what I mean? They bring then the bar have to look busy, and you need to have like you need to have friends around. You know what I mean? If you do it everything out of scratch, it's tough.
I think there is another element that we are not thinking about. So when you open anything, it doesn't matter what, it takes time.
Yeah,
It takes time to build your people.
100%.
Yeah, and after 3 months, especially if you open before the low season, and you open before the low season because now the prices are low, you think, oh, that's the best time to open. You have to have enough backup money in order to survive at least year and a half to see that okay, is it a viable business, or I have to really close it because I'm losing my pants?
I would say like you need to have a breath from a year, so that you get the low season and the high season,
Yeah.
and then you can build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a year, I would say. I don't know, 1.5 year. But of course, it's frustrating if you put so much money in it for the renovation and everything. And if it's like really like super quiet and you're not getting girls going, so you have nothing there. Hey, I can imagine they have maybe many days where they maybe sell just a drink or whatever. You know what I mean? And this is you're getting desperate because you see every time you have to pay the monthly rent because this is keep on going. You know what I mean? And you have the electric bill whatsoever because it's the entire house.
Yeah.
What you have to feed with electric, of course. If you then you question yourself and think like, oh, was it really like the right concept and so on.
Yeah, you know, when we spoke about it with Guillaume, I don't know if you heard the podcast, we said that even a good concept is just, let's say, just bring ugly girls. Because everyone wants to bring the pretty girls. You know, you have many bars with only pretty girls. Just bring the ugly girls. We are the ugly girls bar, right? You're laughing,
You
but
couldn't name it that way. That would be really offended for the
but
guy.
it would work, and you know that it would work. So people will assume, oh, it might be cheaper, or you know what not. Or some people actually like the girls that are more rough looking, let's say like that. You know, it would work.
Okay.
But you have to have a concept, and when you just go for I will open a bar, I will get the girls, and then the customers will come. No, you have so many competition over Pattaya, especially in this area. You have to do something special, out of the ordinary. Like if you look at a place like Candy Shop, for example, I would think a place like that never would work, right? But the only thing that they did, it used to be an open bar, right? They say, fuck it, we close it, we put air cons.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the big difference that they did. So it's a closed bar with live music.
With live music. Yeah.
Live music. You've been to Candy Shop before?
Yeah.
So open bar, closed bar, live music.
I've been there before they even put the glass front.
Okay, when it was open.
Yeah. But I saw that it was working.
Not as much as now.
Not as much as now, but it was already like working. And then they think like, oh, okay, it's working enough. So if we invest more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to show that such a small thing.
So such a small change can make such a big difference,
Yeah.
right?
Just okay, we put the glass and we put air cons. That's it.
Yeah.
And now people know. Oh, I can go there. There is a music. The cheap, the drinks are.
Continue for 27 kilometers.
I will say well priced for the place and the location. Yeah, it have the great location, one of the best location in Pattaya. Like the only other best location I think, which doesn't actually have a bar now, it's where the subway is.
Yeah. You know
And
where it's
northwest
actually
on
also a
Route
great
7.
location? Next to Tree
Continue
Town,
for
where the
27
cocktail is,
kilometers.
right? There was a bank on the corner, and the bank is gone.
Okay.
This
So
is-
in front of Candy Shop, the other side of the road.
No, in front of McDonald's. Opposite from McDonald's.
Oh yeah. I saw.
Because it's also on the corner.
Yeah, I saw that. But
there was
there
a
is
bank before.
something is opening there. I saw renovations.
That's
It's
what.
just in front of Pine Burger, you mean?
Yeah,
exactly in front of
Yeah,
Prime
I saw it
Burger,
already.
yeah.
It's maybe a little bit too small for a club, but I already was thinking,
No, I just mean a small bar.
but it's
Think
big.
where the subway-
It's not so
the
small.
subway.
This place. Yeah.
one of the best locations in Pattaya.
The subway there is for sale, the entire thing, but it costs like because they have
With
so many
the
rooms.
hotel upstairs.
Yes, it's crazy. They want, I don't know. I don't want to lie, but I think like 50 million or 40 million.
50 million for
Yeah,
that.
it's like crazy. But
How many rooms that they have?
I forget about it. But when I saw it, I saw like, oh wow, this is huge. But you have so many rooms upstairs there.
Yeah, and when you take a place like that, it's not only the rooms themselves.
But then if you think, because Juju is just opposite, and this is also like a big complex, how much they put actually money together to make it run in the first place. Even we don't like the place because of the regulations what they put in place.
By the way,
lately.
the guys that I told you about that had a podcast, they used to be friends with the guy that used to own Juju before it named Juju.
Ah, so before, so the
Australian
previous
guy.
owners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they made a podcast with him, and he's talking actually about how much he paid and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And this is we spoke about it yesterday. This is the car that June have. So Toyota Cross hybrid.
oh yeah. Ah yeah.
The Corolla Cross. It's a nice car.
It's a nice car.
So this is my recommendation. If you want
You
to.
can show the people. So if you don't know it, if you drive on the motorway in Thailand, you have to pay taxes for the street.
Yeah. So first,
Like
outside of
Pattaya.
Pattaya, they give you a card.
This is the card.
This is the card of the motorway.
And now we have to pay 105 baht.
Which is worth it because we drove like at a high speed all the way here.
Yeah, and we even had a nice stop at the gasoline station.
Yeah.
Should be 105 if I remember correctly. Let's see. Hello, Swadika. That was close. Thank you. Yeah, it was 105.
And that's it?
That's it.
You just
Now
paid
we are
and
ready
now.
to go until the next one. Or we be leaving the motorway before, but we don't. So we have one more
stop on the motorway.
Yeah, but there you pay cash, so you cannot get the card, so you pay
I
cash.
remember the first time I came to Thailand, I had only 1 week. And you know, I'm Israeli, I always worried about stuff and I read online. So I got to the airport and I went up to the upper floor. So the like out, like where the flights go out from there. Right?
Yeah.
So I thought it will be cheaper to
Departure.
take departure, thank you. Fuck it. Sorry. And yeah. And I went there and I found a taxi because it's cheaper. They're already there. They just like people just drove with them over there, so they wanted some to get more customers, right?
Yeah.
So I took a taxi from there and I asked him because I read online. I tell him I have 1,000 baht. Say okay, 1,000 baht. I take you Pattaya. And then
Oh, that was definitely cheap.
sorry.
This was definitely cheap. 1,000 to Pattaya.
Yeah, but we are
was-
talking 2016,
Okay.
so almost 10 years ago.
I still think it's a good deal.
And then he told me when we start driving, okay, 100 baht more, I take you motorway. And I was so not aware of what's going on. I just argued with him. No motorway. You said 1,000. And then it took us like 4 hours to reach Pattaya. And he was fucking angry at me. And I understand why, because it's only 100 baht. What are you arguing at?
Yeah, he just wanted the money for the mount, right?
Yeah.
For the tax.
And
Because of this one,
it took
you
him
even
twice
pay a
the
little bit
time.
more than 100 baht. For
Yeah.
that one.
It took him twice the time, and I felt so bad. So
And
after
it's
that,
pretty annoying to drive because it's
Yeah.
not just straight. You know, you have to mix it up. And it's like pretty annoying.
yeah, this was my first experience, but it's my fault. I was an asshole, and I'm sorry for that. But it was funny. And the second time that I came, so I went on a taxi, right? And then after like when they went out of the airport, they stopped the taxi and they told me we wait another taxi. So what the fuck is going on? Are they going to rob me? Right? I don't know.
She's thinking always at the worst.
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
beginning.
And then I see someone open the trunk and take out my luggage and put in the other car. I said, okay. Then I went to the car, but I was so nervous because I didn't know what's going on. I forgot my phone in the first car.
Oh,
And already we drove like 20 minutes before I noticed I don't have my phone. So we have to drive back, get my phone. Yeah. Yeah. Then, since then I just book taxis. It's much easier.
Yeah.
When you come, just book the taxi ahead They wait for you with a nice sign, and they just take you wherever you need to go.
Yeah, because when you take like a boat from the airport, it always takes a little bit of time. Because I don't know where they're always in the area already. But
You can take Bolt from the airport.
yeah,
I never tried it. Really?
yeah, you can drive with it and you can they pick you up. Cost you about nowadays around 1,350, something like this,
Okay.
1,400, but it's still okay.
Yeah, so when I booked the taxi, it cost me 1,200. I booked it with my friend in
Cheap.
Pattaya, yeah.
Yeah.
And they waited for me with a sign, and then I even like on
Come
the
here, my Thai wife.
yeah. And even I met some guy that we are talking. I never knew him before, but I met him on the flight, right? And then he even joined the
The
trip.
taxi?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and he just paid half. Like,
Wow, it's a steal.
Yeah. It's not only about the money; it's about the experience. You don't have to worry. They know exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
They know everything. They wait for you at the right time. So don't cheap out. Really, don't cheap out when you come here. Everything is so cheap anyway.
And
You know?
basically, if you don't arrive at the Koh Samui airport, all the other, okay, Phuket, maybe they have also a little scam, just say the islands, because they not have like so many tourists, or it's kind of a thing, or they're kind of mafia whatsoever. They try to scam you with the prices, right?
Okay.
But here is it like, because they have so many tourists all the time, especially like Bangkok, you know what I mean? So they just have like the fixed prices,
Yeah.
and you don't have to be worried about it. I wouldn't be. You just know it on Samui, right? In Samui they're doing it. Even in Phuket, I went out of the airport because they're not allowed to park directly at the airport.
Yeah.
So I just walk out, but it's a small distance, right?
I know,
Because
it's
they
like
have a big
150
parking
meters.
space, yeah.
It's
So
150,
you walk there,
yeah.
and I drive for the half of the price to Patong, because Patong is like still over an hour drive from
Yeah,
the airport,
something like
right?
that.
Because the airport is so fucking far away. So
Yeah,
like
it's
an
the
hour.
other side of the island almost. But when I was in Phuket, I had the same experience. But luckily, when I went to like in the airport, I met someone that I know,
Yeah.
and he explained everything to me. So we just said, don't do anything here. Let's go out.
They told
to
you
the main-
also, okay, walk
Yeah.
out and then
Let's go out
Yeah.
to the main road, order a boat. And I was staying, so it's not Patong, it's the beach north to Patong.
Okay.
I forget the name. And I came in the low season. So I rented an amazing, really amazing. It was an hotel with huge room, bigger than your room, like I think, yeah, bigger than your room, with
Oh,
your
so
own
nice.
pool,
Yeah.
your own pool, and it was like 900 a night. Nothing,
Crazy.
you know, with the kitchen and everything.
But it
everything.
was still close enough to the Bangla Road.
Yeah, it took me with Bolt like 10 minutes.
That's nothing.
Yeah. But after I went there, I understood why the prices were so low. So not only because of that, it was a almost only Muslim halal
Oh, so it
hotel.
was in this kind of area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me it's okay, I don't care. And anyway I look Arab, so no one really tried to second guess anything about it. But it was fun, yeah. But I didn't like Phuket, I told you.
Yeah, everything is like, you realize it already from the airport, everything is like, have a distance, right? Everything is kind of far from each other. If you want to explore different beaches, so everything is at least like 45 minutes, an hour ride. So it takes you like half day just to explore like Patong Beach, and then you go like Kata
Yeah.
Beach or whatsoever, because they have some nice pool bars there.
But
around
when you go
close to the-
outside of the area, it's dead. There is nothing.
No, it's nothing. So you literally have to rent a car, or you just be aware about it, that you have to sit in a taxi for a while and have to pay the taxi fees.
Yeah.
If you want to explore a little bit more and where you actually stay, because everything, it doesn't matter which area you stay. If you want to explore another area, it's always like at least 45 minutes to an hour away, right? Just think about going back, so it's already 2 hours. So then, of course, you want to stay there in the.
And Phuket
in the
is kind
location.
of big if you consider the whole area.
Yeah, it's a big island, that's for sure. So then it's another 2-3 hours in the spot. So we're talking about half day already, right? That you have to spend.
When I've
just to
been
see
there,
another
I just
place.
waited to go out of there, go to Pattaya again. But I had to
it's
try.
expensive, right? As we said before.
Yeah, but it was on the low season, so it wasn't that expensive, like 10% more.
They have one called the White Club or something with white. Yeah, it's
Okay.
also in the Bangla Road. And this guys was smart because they say, okay, it's a flat rate. They say,
1 second. Here you see the happiest people right now in the world.
oh,
You see the airplane
the
is landing?
arrivals.
Yeah. Those are the happiest people in the world right now.
That's for sure.
Sorry, go ahead. The white club.
Yeah, so they have like a flat rate. So this is how they get the people, right? Because Illusion is the big competition, the big club with the big stage and whatsoever. So the club is not so big, but they do it like this. You pay 800 baht, but
Okay.
you can drink, or as a guy, depends on the day, 1,000 or 1,200. But I think it was something under 1,000 if I remember correctly. And then you can drink all night as long as you want.
Okay.
So,
So
with,
no limit.
with you and me, I don't know, they make a profit, right? Because if we drink, we are able to drink,
Yeah.
right? But of course, you get you have choice. You can have vodka, whiskey, rum,
Okay.
gin.
So no limit.
No limit.
All you can drink.
All you can drink. And
Okay.
then you have your specific bar where you go, and then you're just going there. If you tip the waitress extra, so you get actually a decent mix. So I always give it like 100 later after the first few drinks, right?
Okay.
Then immediately when he see you, so you kind of VIP. If you tip him
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit, and your drink is just much better. Yeah. And then I went. I even took a lady boy there, and we had like fun together, like two of them. So it was like a night.
How long you stayed there? Like the
Like
whole night?
yeah. Basically, I stayed in there all night.
Nice.
Yeah. Because it was the deal of my lifetime.
Yeah, it
I have
sounds
to
like
make
that.
it. I have to make it.
Yeah,
worth
normally
it.
it's more expensive to go
Yeah.
with 2 lady boys out.
Well, it's basically if you go before Illusion and they told you like Absolute is like running out, everything is sold out.
Yeah.
So you spent there already like 8K or something, and there you have fun with two other girls, and you basically pay 2,400. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I
this,
mean?
this concept will never work in Pattaya because you have so many drunks in Pattaya, so many alcoholics. Like,
But they take the cheap vodka, right?
It
So
doesn't
an
matter.
entire bottle of this Fusel, of this really low class vodka, whatever, it costs them a little bit more than 200 baht. You will never kill the entire bottle by yourself. Maybe, so then it's 200. So they still get 600. With the mixers actually cost in 7-Eleven if you buy the big pack. So you pay like maybe 15 baht each. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So they're
and you
always
probably buy from wholesalers.
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
cheaper.
So it's even cheaper. So you always get your thing. They get a little bit. But of course, with people like us, because I'm
Yeah,
sure
but-
we can drink 10, 15.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, in Pattaya, I don't know. I would not try that even. Like all the cheap Charlies will just come every day and sit from the morning to
But
the
if
night.
you have a bar, for example, because nobody do that, and you want to know your bar known, right? It would be a kind of concept if you do it like on 1 day per week,
Okay.
because then the people would know your bar. And at the end, it's just about, okay, they have to know your place.
Yeah, but you don't think like there is a I will call it even diminishing returns because then people only will come on that day.
Yeah, the really cheap Charlies, yes, but if you have the right people, the right girls,
So your
that-
bar have to be enjoyable as well.
yeah, of course.
Second. So yeah, we have to stop this camera because we have I already got a notice before.
Okay,
So thank you. And I think we are going to do a vlog. So I think we are going to charge the camera and just bring it with us everywhere.
yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. And I hope you enjoyed that concept. And by the way, next week, well, it's been this week, but for you guys, it will be next week. We are actually doing the podcast in the studio. Yeah, the podcast in the studio. So I hope you like that. And thank you for your support. We love you guys.
Bye bye. Thank you, guys. Yeah, press because.